Hi there and welcome back to Having Fun with Chemical Formulas. I hope Activity 5 went well for you, and by this stage you should be able to put together simple ionic compounds. In this tutorial we're going to look at what happens when we start forming our ionic compounds but they don't initially equal zero. The first thing that you need to do is don't panic! What you need to do is don't worry about it. Stay calm. Take a few deep breaths and follow these simple instructions. Find out firstly what you are deficient in. Is it positive ions or negative ions? Add the ion that you are deficient in until you equal zero. Now it may be a case of adding negative ions, positive ions. You may have to add a negative and then a positive and then a negative until it eventually equals zero. But be logical. Go through it step by step with the skills that we have shown previously in these tutorials. Let's do an example. In this case, what we're going to do is we are going to try and work out the formula of sodium oxide. Sodium oxide is made up of the two ions, the cation sodium and the anion oxygen. So, first off, let's copy and paste the sodium ion and place it in the CpZ. Then copy the oxygen ion and place that in the CpZ. Now straight away you will notice that the sodium ion is 1 plus and the oxygen ion is 2 minus. Let's join them together with a chemical bond. So let's do our calculation in the calculation zone. We see the number of positives equals +1. The number of negatives equals -2. If we add those two numbers together, we get the value -1. This doesn't equal 0. This is where you don't worry, stay calm, take a few deep breaths. What are we deficient in? Well, we need another positive. So let's add one. There's the sodium, which is added to the oxygen. We'll join it with a bond and we'll do another check in our calculation zone. So the number of positives here are +2. The number of oxygens is -2. We add those two together and we end up with a total of 0. Yes, we've done it. So, as they equal 0, we write down the formulae as we've got them there, remembering to start with the metals first and the non-metals second, and the number of atoms going as a subscript next to the symbol. So, as we've got two sodiums, the formula is Na2 with one oxygen, O. Na2O. So that basically is how we deal with any ionic compound that doesn't equal 0. So let's practice this by having a go at activity 6. Good luck, and come and join me again and we will look at complex ions.